There was this moment this weekend. I was on a setup playing Melee with Miles, who you guys met this weekend. And somebody, I think it was Tim, Carbon maybe, and the three of us were just playing. We were going back and forth. And it's like tradition in Smash that when you guys are playing like casuals on a setup, somebody will come over and ask for it to be tournament. Like, hey, we need to use this for tournament. You get up and like play somewhere else. Somebody came up and asked us, and Miles like thought about it. And he just turned around and he's like, no. And he made them go play somewhere else. And he looked at me and he's like, we're on no mode today.
Oh my god, that is haram. I've never heard or done
two
that.
people not in the Melee community. It sounds like kind of like, oh yeah, I guess Defy whatever. I've never seen that.
And then
Never.
somebody else came up. Also tradition, if like three of you are playing on a setup and there's a free setup next to you, if a fourth person comes over and asks one of you, is like, well, one of you come and play with me on the other setup.
You don't have to switch.
Somebody did that like a few minutes later, and then Miles looked at him and he's like, no, I don't really want to.
Wow, you're having a day.
And then we're in no mode, so I'm like,
Are these
I don't want to stay here.
Are these like the top etiquette things you're not supposed to do?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
what's-
100%.
What's the biggest no?
I mean,
Is there,
short
is
of
there
like
one
crimes.
rule everyone knows you can't do at a Smash tournament?
Yeah, don't shower.
There's a couple.
Everyone there was nice.
yes.
Everyone there was nice. I'll take that back.
Going for the hug after you win.
Oh,
Okay.
kill yourself.
You don't do that?
Adding
No,
someone in the Twitter post after you beat them.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
so-
basically the equivalent of hugging them.
Yeah, so
after.
sometimes you'll like win and then you'll tweet like who you beat the tournament and you can write their names, but some people will tag their Twitters. So like the person has just lost and then they get tagged in the tweet.
Yeah, you can tag them. You can tag them if they beat you, but it's not cool to tag them if you beat them.
Okay.
Because then all your
Is it all-
replies, all your notifications are going to
Yeah.
be just congratulating the guy
Exactly.
that just kicked your ass.
But but it's etiquette to shake because I remember watching a few.
You shake, you fist
Long
bump.
vids, yeah.
If you
stuff
don't
like
fist bump
that.
after a set, it's usually because there's
People
beef.
can do a
Yeah.
lot of
That's the
flack
big
if you
one,
don't
yeah.
fist bump.
If you don't fist bump, it is such a statement.
Yeah.
Which is like, you wouldn't think about it too much. But
Actually, there was a pretty huge one. It was when Salem was like public enemy #1 in the community, and he refused to fist bump Armada, and people went off about it for
yeah,
like
because
weeks.
it's like Amada's like a nice person too.
Yeah.
If the person's like then like if you don't fist bump him, it's kind of base.
It's kind of hard.
Like
Yeah.
there's all these weird social kind of floaties.
I've never been, like, this was the first one I've ever been to, Phantom. But yeah, it was interesting to see how the crowd was reacting to certain people winning or losing or whatever. And it's like, clearly everyone hates this guy, or clearly everyone wants this other guy to win.
Yeah,
if that guy wins, no one gives a fuck.
Alex was piecing it
Yeah,
together.
we
right?
were with I Did a Thing this weekend at the tournament too, and he sort of like never watched Smash, has no idea anything about the game, never played it, and he's watching, he's kind of like piecing all these things intuitively himself. He's like, so that guy plays Steve from Minecraft. We're like, and he's watching him play. He's like building a wall and mining. He's like, but that looks really lame. And we're like, yes, continue. And then he's like, but you guys want the best player in the world to win, not the second. Why? And we're like, well, the other one's kind of a wiener. And then he's like, that makes sense. He does look like he's playing lame. And we're like, yes.
Very sharp guy. Yeah.
I heard him talking about Steve, and he was like, what the fuck is, like, isn't this a fighting game? Like, isn't he just playing another game?
Yeah,
Like, what's he doing?
I love Alex because he's like a man, and like he hasn't played video games in 20 years, and he's always been in the shed making shit, and then he gets to this tournaments and there's a bunch of nerds like sitting around playing this game with all these different characters. You just can't piece together what the fuck is going on.
He's studying them like aliens. Like,
but he's like willing to learn. He's like really interested.
He's
Like he wants to know. Yeah.
He's quietly a League grinder. He plays a lot of League of Legends apparently.
Is he good at it though?
He said he was
Because
like
I
plat or
know
something.
league grinders that are still like an iron and they punch the wall every time they lose. I mean,
I don't know if he's punching
Yeah,
the
League
wall
might,
though, but he
League
plays
might have
League.
them like the Venn diagram of drywall punchers and gamers. It's like a circle for that game.
the worst of the worst.